Choosing a career is one of the most important decisions any young person will ever make. But for Christian students, the question goes beyond what profession to pursue. It becomes a question of purpose, service, and faithfulness to God. Today on Mission Express, we take you to Northridge Park in Harare, where Ruya Adventist High School's Upper 6th class of 2026 gathered for a career guidance program designed to help students prepare for both professional success and eternal purpose. Let's find out in this report. Bringing together education leaders, professionals, church representatives and former students, the program exposed learners to diverse career pathways while emphasizing the importance of maintaining Christian values in every sphere of life.
Be human, be real, because that's who we are. That's who someone can connect with, that human person.
The initiative sought to help students make informed decisions as they prepare for tertiary education and the world of work.
You still need to have good relationships, whether it's at school or at home. You still need to think about your career in the context of who you are. If you are a woman, you need to think about your career in the context of you having children in the future. How are you going to look after them? At which point are you going to have them? Even if you don't have a boyfriend yet, you need to plan ahead. The career path you take is something that you need to pray about and to consider, because it's going to make your life fulfilling or miserable.
Law is a reading profession. You start when you graduate. You know, if when you go to high school and law school, those are minor issues. But when you then start practicing, you are practicing every day. So some of the challenges you learn in defeat. You go to court and you are thoroughly beaten, for lack of better word. That's how you learn, so that at least you then understand that. So once you stop reading, you stop researching, the developments that are happening in this country in the legal spaces will be much of a challenge. So some of the challenges are you need to contend with that culture of constantly studying and reading and researching, because it's a practice profession.
Be careful of agents, because they may scam you. They may take a picture from Facebook and advertise something that's already been occupied. So you just have to be very, very careful. And if you are to use an agent, you have to make sure you have to be in that same country so that you'll be able to visit that same place and talk to that same landlord who owns the place. Because an agent can still take you to a place which is unoccupied and they'll make you pay. But you will find yourself robbed by the same agent.
When God communicates with us, I'm here individually, not with others. So, it's required as a person to really understand God when He's speaking to you. What is it that you do at ease? What is it that motivates you? Or what is it that pains you a lot? Those are the guidelines to your own career. I'm not saying go and choose my career as I'm not, but be wise enough. It's not a matter of having much money. Very common to marriage, but they are not satisfied internally. Havana that is fulfillment. But Havana that was Hana Kuita.
While many career guidance programs focus exclusively on academic and professional opportunities, organizers of this event were intentional about placing God at the center of every discussion. North Zimbabwe Conference representative Pastor Farukai Mbiriri challenges students to view their future professions as platforms for ministry and service.
If one wants to enjoy their career, whatever career it is, they should view it as a calling from God. So they are answerable first to God as they carry out activities be they teachers, be they doctors, be they cleaners, whatever their commitment, their professional commitment might be, they should view it as a calling from God and then a service to people. That becomes a motivation to them to always do the best to God, the best to humanity. You should not be so heavenly minded that you become useless to humanity. So as we prepare for the second coming of Christ, by being faithful to the expectations of God, one of the expectations, the greatest expectations of God, is that we are useful to to the people who surround us, to our communities, to our families, to our friends, to our society, to our country. We should be shining examples and do the best that can help develop our surroundings.
Experts from various sectors shared insights into the opportunities and responsibilities associated with their professions. Among them was legal practitioner Willard Mazimbamuto, who highlighted the role of law in promoting justice and protecting society.
Accessibility to justice in this country is difficult in that it is very expensive, specifically when your rights are under siege. So many people become victims, not necessarily because they should be victims, but they become victims, they suffer, they lose out on properties. You have even cases of widows and orphans losing out on properties, estates that their parents were rigged off because of greedy relatives, etc., etc. So it is a mandate of Christian lawyers, in my view, to have an open door policy, to accept and to work and to deliver a service to the vulnerables in our community free of charge. Because I do believe that there is no loss that arises from that kind of charity, because even if you are in business, they are paying clients, but also we then must give effect to those that are vulnerable in our society. What the legal profession seeks to establish is to establish a culture, to inculcate a culture of observance of the law. Once there is observance of the law, there is order, there is respect of human rights, there is respect of one's rights. So issues of criminality, issues of fraud, issues that have to do with how one can do evil on the other, has to do with the breaking of the law. So in essence, the legal profession is there to inculcate a culture of observance and respect of the law, which then equalizes all of us as citizens and occupants of this country. So I do believe that this is a very fundamental role that we must continuously talk about, that we must continuously urge, even especially the young ones. I was happy here as we discuss with the young ones, so that at least as they decide even to venture in this profession, it must be known to them that they have this great responsibility to be responsible citizens and also to encourage many others to be responsible citizens.
Accounting expert Tsitsi Gono encouraged the students to embrace integrity and accountability, values that remain essential both in business and in Christian living.
People have integrity in the accounting profession because a lot of people are relying on you, the decisions you have done, the work you are presenting. There's an investor, there's a shareholder, or even just the general public when it comes to government entities. And they're relying on us to be able to give good steward and reports and authenticate information to say is it true or false, and also in decision making for certain organizations. So it's vital for one to have integrity as an accountant.
The healthcare profession was represented by Dr. Vimbainashe Mabizang, a recent graduate with a Bachelor of Medicine degree, who shared a journey and inspired learners to pursue excellence while remaining grounded in faith.
One of the most important things you have to realize is God is life. When I was a student, we were going through several operations. We used to have a senior doctor who would always play a sermon in each and every part of his operations. It made me realize that it is never in the hands of the surgeon, but it is in the hands of God. It showed me that if you are humble in the hands of God, you will be able to pursue medicine and do it the right way. You will be able to save patients' life because you have God who is leading you in that path.
Children learn about the Bible in many other things, but then when they now get interested in some career guidance of this sort, they get to know that whatever they are passionate about, it will also be addressed by the career that they will choose based on what they will have learned. For instance, I was talking about the presentation by a social worker, where it's not only about the money that they earn, probably getting the opportunity to go out of the country to go and work there, but having a heart for other people. Social work where you look at those disadvantaged, those who are on the streets, so it really touches the heart aspect of the student, and the students get to appreciate more that there is a lot of work that they can do to humanity as what the Bible encourages us to do.
Career guidance is very important because I would say that our lives, they revolve around our careers. So if you are in the wrong profession, it means that, I don't know, you are going to have a miserable life. So it is important for you to know exactly what you want to do, cement that idea and pursue your dreams so that your life is wholesome. Because you can have a career which is not maybe something that you wanted to do, and I'm sure that your life won't be as wholesome as somebody who actually knows what they want to do and they have actually been able to pursue that dream. So in whatever a profession that you choose, you have to be able to magnify the name of the Lord in any particular profession that you'd have chosen. So I think that will help you to fulfill your purpose here on earth and also even unto eternity. Because as as Christians and as a mission school, we are not just emphasizing the academics, but we are also looking at the spiritual side. Is my job going to uplift God? If I'm a doctor, if I'm a lawyer, how am I going to uplift God in this profession? So I would say that as an initiative, and also coming from our backgrounds, coming from supporting a mission school, we have been able to have that linkage, because we always emphasize to the children that your duty is not just on there, but it's also to God. So whatever chosen profession, you should be able to say, I'll be able to still serve my God in this particular profession. I think that is the impact that I would say would be felt through this initiative.
Perhaps the greatest measure of success for any program lies in the impact it leaves on participants. For current students, the event provided clarity, motivation, and renewed confidence as they begin planning their futures.
I learned to be someone who is very social, to learn to talk to people, to learn to find links, then to be someone who is innovative and someone who can explore and do what you are passionate about. After school, I'm thinking doing pharmacy. I like medical stuff, but I'm a bit afraid about doing the actual medicine stuff, but I'll go for pharmacy.
This program is very important, not only to me, but to all the other youth that are of my age, as it helps and guides us to make the right decision and follow the right path in careers that we desire to pursue in the future. Following my passion and with the information that I've gained through here, I can minister to other people through the use of IT and communication, through the use of different platforms and the different ways that we have been taught on how we can use computers by one of our presenters today, Mr. Magazi.
Former students who once sat in the same classrooms return to encourage the next generation.
with your guidance, Anditika, it helped me kuti I was supposed to go on with my dream despite the challenges that I'm going to face. And Yinyacho, doing nothing, because even if I think of going abroad and visit, but when I'm doing nothing and feeling useless, because of you've been given this opportunity to come here, and opportunities, they either reveal you or expose you. TSA right now, we're being given the same information, how to make meaningful CVs, how to prepare for an interview. So it's up to you, because when you're now out there in the real world, what are you going to do? Are you going to waste this day, or are you going to look for a job? Thank you.
Thank you for watching this episode of Mission Express. You can always get in touch on +263 775 308 145. Be sure to follow, like, and subscribe to our channel. I'm Ole Gwachimba, and until next time, here on Mission Express. Bye-bye.